Hello, welcome, welcome. Good morning. Hello, darling. How are you this lovely morning? Welcome, everyone. Wow, look at you all join in. Let me change this here so that I can see everyone. Good morning, Gerda. I am fine, thank you. A little bit tired, as per usual, but fine. Hello, Annika. Hello, Alison. Welcome. Yeah, I could finally manage to use my other camera in a proper way. This is better, isn't it? Now you can see all the junk on my table. Good morning, Jane. Welcome. How lovely to be here. I don't know if you can hear it, but we are having crazy, crazy wind outside. This morning when I came out of the house to cross from the house to the offices, this huge flower pot, like this big, had just tipped over on the floor. That's how much wind we're having. It's just crazy. I hope the internet connection is going to hold on. Oh, you missed the place. We miss you too, Kathleen. Seriously, we miss you too. It was way much fun with you around. Sometimes a bit dangerous, but it was way much fun. Yes, they canceled a whole bunch of events around here. So tomorrow afternoon, we were supposed to go to a medieval market to see some of our contacts who work with us on Condom, to make new contacts, but they canceled the whole thing. We had some other friends who were going to another medieval something today, somewhere up north, I think, and that one got canceled as well. And yesterday evening, I heard there was a festival that was supposed to start, music festival, with a camping and the whole lot, and they asked people to please do not put your tents up just yet. Find shelter. They were going to see if they could keep the festival going, but they weren't sure yet. But crazy. The weather is just crazy. And I keep looking at the window to see if there aren't any trees falling on my roof window, because that's scary. Okay, so time for a new A Layer a Day challenge. I'm going to wait 1 more minute to give everyone the chance to join in. So we had such a huge storm here that we spent 2 days and a half without internet. Tuesday evening, I got back home after driving my dad around to the hospital, then driving his lady around to the hospital because she is in chemo for her cancer treatment, and my dad had another checkup to go to. So I spent my Tuesday afternoon going from the one to the other, not being much outside. And when I got back home, I realized what kind of bad weather we were having. Joe was in the offices. I was in the house. I don't get scared that easily from storm, except when there's a roof window with trees on top of it. But I called him, please get back to the house. I don't want to be by myself here. And actually, just before I called, there was a huge thunder, like right next to the house, and the whole thing blew up here. But I didn't realize just how bad it was. It was bad, like seriously bad. The telecom company spent 2 days on the streets around the house, replacing all the little boxes they have hanging everywhere. They spent the first day in our direct vicinity, luckily for us, so we could already move forward and have our part of the problem solved. So I hope we will not have any more of that today, because I would like to keep on working, and to work I need connection with you guys. So A new A Layer a Day challenge. Let's see who else has been joining us. Hello, Celia. Welcome, welcome. For this week's A Layer a Day challenge, first of all, I have 2 shout outs to give. The first goes out to Catherine. I don't know if it's Catherine Parmeter or Parmeter, so I'm sorry if I'm hurting your name. Catherine joined us not that long ago. It was like, I think it was a month or so ago. And she fell head over heel in love with the whole A Layer a Day challenge. She even became one of my patrons. Thank you for that, Catherine. And she has been so adamant with being present for the challenge that I wanted to give her a huge shout out. Catherine, you rock on so many levels that I cannot even start to express it here. The second shout out I would like to give is to Annika Herlin. Annika has been with us like forever. Figure of speech. She has been with us, I think, since January, maybe even before. And she too has been so, how to even put it, so loyal and faithful and present with the challenge that I really wanted to give her a shout out and thank her for being with us again and again and again and for taking part into the challenge. Thank you, ladies, for making my world more beautiful than it already is. For this week's challenge, the theme will be, brace yourself, drum roll, loving imperfections. I need to give you a little explanation behind that. Oh, Annika, I wasn't meant to. That wasn't meant to make you cry. I wanted to acknowledge you for being here. Oh my God. Now I'm gonna cry too. I cannot cry. Okay, happy tears. Okay, that's good. So, loving imperfection. I need to tell you a little story before we get into that challenge. So, I think you all know that I had an accident so many years ago. I spent a lot of years in a wheelchair. And then when I came out of my wheelchair, that was actually a solo decision that was not supported by my doctors, but I did so because I saw this one yoga video from a guy who was heavily disabled and who through yoga managed to get back to function, not even normally, but even better than normally. And I thought, if he can do it, so can I. So I just got out of my wheelchair and I started yoga. Thing was, I couldn't go to classes or whatever because I couldn't move around. And I couldn't have done like 90% of the exercises that they were doing in class. So I decided to start at home, and I decided to start my yoga with Adriene. If you're anywhere familiar with yoga, she doesn't need any introduction. She is a huge yoga lady, and by huge I mean she is so good. If you would like to get into yoga, just Google on YouTube yoga with Adriene. She is amazing, and she's the one that got me to walk the way I'm walking today. So yoga, Adriene, if you're ever seeing this, thank you. Adriene has a way of talking about her less good side. We all have a side that works well and that is easy to stretch and to take the positions and everything. And then we have that other side, which we often scold at because we're like, just do it. Like the other side did it, but then that one side doesn't want to do it. For me, it's my left side. My left side is like, nope, not doing that. And then we get into a fight. So Adriene has that way to talk to her less good side. Instead of scolding it, she calls it the side that needs more love. And I think that that is so beautiful that I thought we need to do something with that. We need to art channel about our imperfection, but instead of going about them in a scolding way, we should give them some love. And that is why I called this week's challenge Loving Imperfection. So you will have to go and look around what your imperfections are, the one that bothers you the most, and then twist it around and give it some love. Now, I always think about imperfection as being that contrast thing to perfection. There's no such thing as perfection. I mean, it's something we all we would all like to reach it, perfection. I mean, some of us in a more obsessive way than others, but there is no such thing as perfection. And we all know that. And nonetheless, we keep holding on to that thought of, I'm going to make that perfect. Yes, there is no such thing as perfection. And when I think of imperfection, I often think that, well, if there's no perfection, there's no imperfection either. So why do we keep accepting the fact that there is no perfection, yet when it comes to imperfection, and me included, I'm not trying to put the blame on anyone else except me included, why do we accept that there is no such thing as perfection, yet when it comes to imperfection, we're like, that is imperfect. No, if there's no such thing as perfection, there's no such thing as imperfection. Yet anyway, we're going to try to find those things that we consider to be imperfect, and we are going to give them some love. And that is my challenge for you this week. Now, let's see what reactions we're getting. Oh, not that much, actually. Good, good. Hello, Natasha. So I guess everyone's okay with that challenge. Let's see what else I had to say about this week. It was actually supposed to go up last Thursday. I have a Papillons Flutterings, which is all about imperfection. Actually, it's about how I deal with art channeling disappointment. So I think that that video will help you too. On the other hand, maybe it's a good thing that it's not just up yet, because now you have to figure it out yourself. And you know that I'm all about that. Pushing you to figure it out yourself. How to go about this challenge, because I know that a lot of you struggle with, okay, that's the challenge. Now, how do I even start working with that? Because that's that is always the hard thing. And if you think that it's any different for me, you're wrong. It's the same thing for me. I too have to think like, okay, that's a challenge. Good one. Now what? I always listen to that first idea that pops up in my head. If you have been with me for lives before, be it on Facebook, be it here, you've been hearing me say this so many times. Listen to that first idea that pops up in your head, because it's scientifically proven that we feel before we think. So if we think about that challenge, feelings are already coming up, which means that our inspiration is already being boosted by all these feelings. So just go with that. Just listen to that first idea that pops up and start working with that. If that first idea is to start scribbling in big words in your journal, just go with that. What is holding you back is probably the question, yes, but what do I do next? Don't think about that now. That's for next. Think about what you want to do now. And then you can figure out what it is you want to do next. And that will be for tomorrow anyway. So there's no point in starting to stress out about that today. Just listen to that first idea. Put that one in your journal. Even if it's like, that's a bad idea because tomorrow I'll be completely stuck. Cool, be stuck tomorrow. For now, you know what you want to do. Just do that. Listen to that first idea. The other thing is I have about 100-something videos up here on YouTube. So if you're stuck, just click on one or another. Look for 5 minutes, not more. There's no need to watch the whole video because it might spark something in you. It might make you reach for this or that. And then you can start working with that, and then you can start going with that. Let's see. Oh, you're already giving me the imperfections. Let's see what they are. Oh, thank you, Justina. Thank you. I'm happy that you like the challenge. I'm looking forward to see what it means for you in your art journal. Completing projects, making space. Where do I even start? You'll have to pick one, Celia, because otherwise you're going to get stuck even before you start. Pick one thing that you would like to give some love. Learning. Good. Okay. So the other thing that I wanted to say about this challenge is don't expect this spread to be perfect. Duh, because what we're putting in our journal are emotions and feelings. When have emotions and feelings ever been perfect? Like, ever. In what world? Never. They're not perfect. They cannot be perfect because we often cannot even explain them. We don't know where they're coming from. It's very hard to put them into words. So there are such an abstract, non-graspable thing that, well, I think they are imperfect, if there's such a thing. So don't expect this spread either to be perfect. Just go with the flow. Making too much mess when I need clean for my calm. That's a very good one, Alison. I really like that one. I haven't picked mine either yet because I don't know which one I want to focus on, and I want to be sure before I dive in that that is the one that I do want to start working with. You'll see. You'll see on the Facebook group where it goes for me too. That is all I had for you today. Like every week, it was a sweet and short one, just telling you what I had to tell. I will be back on Monday with a new journal on Monday. We'll try to see if I can get the other one uploaded tomorrow, but tomorrow was not supposed to be a computer day because family time, you know. So I'll see if I can manage that one as well. If you are one of my patrons, you know that there's that little something coming. It's almost done. I'm working on that today, but it's huge files, so it's taking up a lot of time. But that will be today, that little, you know, that's just between, people are going to think that I'm crazy, but that's okay. That's okay, Celia. I actually shared it in full in an interview like years ago. I have no problem talking about it because that is part of me. And without that, we wouldn't be chatting today because that accident made it possible for me to do this job. Well, possible in the sense that it pushed me to find something that would feel as a therapy and something that would keep me busy. And then all of a sudden it became a real business with a business plan and an accountant and the whole thing. And I love it every single day of it. So I wish you all an amazing Saturday. I hope you will have better weather than we have here because we are going to spend our time inside. Have an amazing Sunday. I don't know about you, but we're having a bank holiday on Monday. So extended weekend, but the kids are starting with exams. So I know what I'll be doing on Monday too. Besides working, it will be studying with the kiddos. Enjoy, have fun. Don't forget to put down a layer a day. Thank you for joining me again today. Butterfly kisses, everyone. Bye-bye.